there we have the starting lineups again for Central Hardin. It'll be Liz Kraft in the goal, Maddie Berry, Taylor Edson, Paige Bratcher, Shelby Logston, Morgan Covey, Grace Lane, McKenna Johnson, Haley Panter, Audra Disselkamp, and Elizabeth Howell. For the homestanding Trojans, Abby Stover, Hannah Mayling, Missouri Allen, Jerica Johnson, Eliane Jackson, Isabella Carter, Kiara Loggins, Olivia Maldonado, Izzy Torres, Mackenzie Williams will be in the keeper spot, and Aubrey Putharansi. It'll be Central Hardin's ball to start. It'll be 2 40-minute halves, basically a running clock. Central trying to control possession. Lose that one over to Maldonado for the Trojans. Johnson to Mayling, back to Johnson. That one gets a little too far. Edson will track it down for the Bruins. I send it up the left side, trying to get it to Johnson out in front. That one goes out to be a throw in for the Bruins. Like Johnson will throw this one in. Into Panner. Now to Disselkamp. She'll send it across, trying to get it to Barry there. Williams comes out, and we have an offsides, I believe, on the Bruins. So it'll be a free kick for the Trojans. Stover took that one. Ball into the middle of the field. Edson now with it for the Bruins. Back to Disselkamp. That one goes out. Be a throw in for the Trojans. Johnson will send this one in. Headed around on the far side. Lane comes back, trying to get it to Bratcher. Was out. Putharansi with the throw in, trying to get it to Jackson. Ball towards the top of the box. Cleared there by Lane. Out to the outside for Barry. It's going to be a little too far for her to get to. Throw in for the Trojans. Torres to throw in this one. That one got to Logston. Now it's Panner with it. That one goes off Mayling and out, and so it'll be a throw in now for the Bruins. Logston to throw this one in. Loggins touches it for the first time today for the Trojans, loses it out of bounds. Another throw in for Central Hardin. Logston quickly gets it into Barry. Kicks it forward to Johnson. Johnson going to send it into the box. Edson racing down. Out comes Williams from the keep spot. She'll scoop that one up. Logston will send this out to the Bruins left side. North will just let it go out. Johnson to throw it in. Lane there, knocked it back out. It'll be another throw in for the Trojans. Johnson again with the throw in. Lane tries to clear it, not going to be able to. Jackson with it. She's going to send it across. Maldonado, top of the box, shot, and it's in. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Golly, it got into the side net, and it is not, and it will be a goal kick. Just missed to the right side. It hit the back post on the outside of the net. It looked like it had gone in. That one goes off Loggins. It'll be another goal kick for the Bruins. Lane will send it to the outside. Now Disselkamp, but it'll be Mayling who gets it back for the Trojans. Trying to get it to Putharansi. Tries to center Covey there for the Bruins. Ball kind of pops loose. Loggins, that one's going to go over the goal. And there'll be another goal kick for Central. For the Bruins, they'll be off for a couple of days before they get back into action next Monday against John Hardin. Logston with the ball. For North Hardin, they'll get back into action on Saturday as they will host Bardstown. Jackson trying to gather that one in. Maylene will send it forward. Bratcher there trying to turn it out. Putharansi there for the Trojans. It's going to go off the Trojans. It'll be a Bruin throw-in. It looked like the players thought that the ball had gone out off Central. Bratcher will throw this one in to Panner. Outside to Edson. Panner to Disselkamp. Panner again with it. Now she sends it right up the middle of the field. Edson will get there first on the left side. Allen applies some pressure. And we have an offsides call. And so it'll be a free kick for the Trojans. Ball back in play. Johnson crosses it there. Logston there, and Loggins there for the Trojans, and this one is in. The left foot, Kiera Loggins. In the 7th minute of our game. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Panner will send that one down the field. Torres there for the Trojans, outside to Maldonado. She's not able to keep it in. It'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Logston to throw this one in. Into Disselkamp. Sorry, that was Howell. Now Disselkamp with it. Outside to Bratcher. Trying to get it to Edson. Chases it down in the corner. Allen there for the Trojans. Now it'll go out and be a throw-in for the Bruins. Edson to throw this one in. Another throw-in for Central Hardin. Oh, sorry, they're going to say goal kick. Went over the end line. Williams to take this one. Kirsten Miller in the ballgame now for the Trojans. Now Johnson with it. Trying to get it ahead to Putharansi. Covey will come over for the Bruins. But it goes right back to Johnson. Johnson trying to get it across. Loggins was kind of unmarked. Jackson in the middle of the field with it. Now Maylene with it. Maylene's going to send it to the corner. Gets it to Loggins. Sends it back inside for Maldonado. Shot! And just wide right. Kraft came out from the goal, really shrunk the goal. She came out from it. Maldonado tried to make a perfect shot. It goes wide to the right. Maldonado gets it back top of the box, and that'll be a save by Kraft. Logan gets it back for the Trojans. Trying to find Putharensi. She's in the box. Shot. Another save by Kraft. Quickly jumps on the ball. This will count to Howell. Now Logan has it. Trying to get it to Jackson. Played back. Covey will clear that one out. Throw in for the Bruins. Logston. Oh, they're going to get in some substitutes first. So Shelby Edson, Cassidy Gent, and Cadence Paget check into the ballgame for the Bruins. And it'll be Gent that throws this one in. Kobe will send it back up the field. Actually goes off a teammate. Loggins gets it back. She'll lay it off for Maldonado. Maldonado going to try to get it to Putharensi on the far side. Covey comes over. There's a shot. And it went through the hands, but Kraft does a good job. It kind of landed on the ball. Gets up, holding her side just a little bit. Good punt away. Shelby Edson out to her sister Taylor. I don't want to go too far. It'll be a throw in for North Hardin. Allen with the throw in. Out off the Bruins, another throw in for North. Johnson will do the throw in now. She moved a little too far forward. Into Mailing. Howell plays that one up to the right corner. Berry chases after it. Torres for the Trojans. Cross there. Gotten to first by the Trojans. Howell will play it back in. Gent plays it forward for Central. Allen now with it. She'll play it out to the right side, but Grace Lane there. Sends it back. Now it'll be Johnson. He'll send it up the right side. That'll go too far out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Josie Satterfield now into the ball game for Central Hardin. Be a foul on the Bruins. It'll be a free kick for North. Looks like Mailing will take this one. .27:42 to go in the first half. Mailing's kicks into the box. Knocked around, cleared out by Lane. Torres will try to keep it on this end. Good job by Satterfield. Cleared it out now. North Hardin will kind of reset their offense. Sent to the outside. Miller gets there. She'll let it go out and be a throw-in for North. And Johnson will come back and take this one. Goes off. A Bruin. Johnson comes up. She'll take this throw-in as well. Trying to get it to Maylane. Covey comes over. Covey knocks it out. It'll be a corner kick now for the Trojans. It's going to be really quickly to get it to Loggins. Top right side of the box. Dribbles in. Shot. And it's into the side net. And it'll be a goal kick for... I don't think I say it went off of a Bruin, so it'll be another corner kick for the Trojans. This It's going to be sent towards the 6-yard box. Headed and in. I believe that was Aubrey Putharansi with the goal. So with 26-14 to go in this first half of play, North Hardin goes up 2-0 over Central Hardin. And we'd like to thank our corporate sponsors for our broadcast tonight: Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. That one goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. That one went out off the Bruins as well. It'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. Maley now going to send this one in. Tanner headed out now. Covey tries to clear it. It's into the middle of the field. Johnson there. Johnson going to send this one forward for Barry. Barry beyond the last defender. One-on-one with Williams. Now Allen gets back. They come out. That one will be cleared that time by Torres. And Allen did an excellent job racing back to get in front of Barry before she could take her shot. Now the ball bounced around. Stover going to send that one out. Some subs coming in. That one into the box. Torres will send it out. And there apparently was offsides. It'll be a free kick for North Hardin. Stover just going to send this one to the outside to Miller. Now Johnson with it. She'll send it up the middle of the field to Putharansi. Reynolds was there. Goes out of bounds. Throw in for Central. Miller gets that one to Mayling. She's going to try to send it down the middle of the field. Sent back out by the Bruins. That one gets beyond Miller. Edson out on the left side for the Bruins. Miller does a good job getting back. Edson will try to send it to the middle, but Mayling there for North. Lane sends that one up into the box. Coming out is Williams. She'll pick it up. Lane will send that one out, but it's Maldonado who gets to it first. Maldonado going to send it to the corner. Covey will come over and get the ball for the Bruins, and she'll send it out. It'll be a throw-in for North Hardin. Maldonado here to send this one in. They try to get this one to Johnson. Not able to clear it now. Clearing it is Shelby Edson. Hayes outside. A little too far for Satterfield to get to. Torres quickly gets it into Maldonado. Maldonado drop it back. Lane does a good job anticipating where that was going. Sends it to the outside. Tracing down the far side. Now Allen will turn back. She kicks it out. Goes off of Central Hardin. So it'll be a North Hardin throw-in. Have a sub coming in for the Trojans. Jaquaria Bryant now into the lineup. Another throw-in for North Hardin. Johnson with this one. Let me send across. Torres gets to it, sends it right back to the middle. Mainline trying to control it, doesn't. App's going to send it forward. And now it'll be Stover, sends it back the other way. Loggins send it up the right side. Bryant and Johnson on that side. Bryant with it in the box. Now Johnson at the top of the box. Loggins calling for it on the left side. Good job by Covey coming up and clearing it out. Maldonado sends it back in, and it is a wet field. Obviously, we had rain here earlier today, but we've had rain the past 4 days. The field getting a little bit chunky, and we saw that last night when these two teams squared off in boys action. As the night went on, it continued to get worse and worse. And girls on both sides have slipped a little bit today. Maldonado able to keep this one back on this end. Loggins, it's poked away by Panner. Panner to dribble it up now. Now she'll send it forward. App on the far side with it. Miller coming back for defense, and there's a shot into the side net, just wide left, and it'll be a goal kick for the Trojans. Allen tries to send it out. Lane got there, but now the Trojans get possession back. Johnson misdribbles that one out of bounds. A throw in for Central Hardin. Reynolds going to throw this one in. Now Shelby Edson with it. Lane sends it to the outside. Gent chases after, not going to be able to get to it, so it'll be a throw in for North Hardin. Maldonado to throw this one in. Sub coming in for the Trojans. Abby Mahone now into the lineup. Jackson with it. Poked away by Panner. Now Jackson back to it. 4 players just about met each other. Out to the far side. Johnson gets there first. Trying to get it to Bryant. Shelby Edson steps up and kicks it away, but Maylene will send it right back down the right side. Covey coming out. Johnson there. And that'll be a foul on North and a free kick for the Bruins. Looks like Shelby Edson will take this one. Back towards the middle of the field again. North Hardin able to keep it on this end. Maldonado on the left side, top of the box, trying to find some footing. Covey did a good job kind of taking that footing away. Gent tries to clear it, goes off a teammate. Now Maylene shot, it'll go over the goal. It'll be another goal kick for the Bruins. Central's got some substitutes coming in. Maddie Berry back in, along with McKenna Johnson. And Taylor Edson steps back in as well. Panner now with it. Lane now there. And he'll get it up to Taylor Edson. Mahone goes over. See who that went off of. I say it goes off Central, so it'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. Putharensi back into the lineup. Johnson will take this one. into the corner. Shelby Edson comes back. It goes out. And it'll be a throw-in for North Hardin. Putherancy will throw this one in. Trying to get it to Maylene. Maylene inside the box. Grace Lane got a foot on it. Edson there as well. Maylene trying to find some space, and now Edson will try to clear it out. Panner gets it outside to Taylor Edson. And that'll go off North Hardin and be a Bruin throw-in. Again, the Bruins back in action on Monday as they'll be at John Hardin, taking on the Bulldogs. For North Hardin, their next game will be this Saturday as they will host the Bardstown Tigers. Throw in for the Trojans. Johnson trying to get it to Putherancy. She takes one shot, a hop, and a save by Kraft. Torres trying to get it back. Johnson there and that should have been a foul. Now Berry with it to the outside. Torres and Berry go off down into the corner. I apologize. That corner is blocked out for me. Now Berry tries to cross it. It went off of a North Hardin player and into the arms and hands of Williams. She rolls it out the other side to Johnson. Johnson with some space. Panner does a good job, comes up, gets the ball back for the Bruins. Now Johnson with it, Stover there, and that's going to go wide left. Subs coming in for both sides. Elion Jackson back in for North Hardin. Audra Disselkamp back in for Central Hardin. I think all the players were quite off the field. So we'll set that up and do it over. $14:20 to go here in the first half. North Hardin up 2-0 with just under 7 minutes into the ballgame was Kiara Loggins putting it in the back of the net. And then about 7 minutes later, 13 and a half minutes into the ball game, it was Aubrey Putherancy on a header from the corner to get the Trojans their second goal of the day. So knocked up in the air, Johnson coming over, Taylor Edson there for Central. We have a stoppage there. There was a foul on Loggins, and Loggins retaliated. And I think if that's in the second half, she gets a yellow card. We'll get a talking to now. So free kick for the Trojans. Maylene will take this one. Maylene towards the goal. Kraft there punches it up in the air. Gets it out of the short box. Berry gets it out. Maldonado there for the Trojans. Now Panner with it for Central. So Izzy Torres has been issued a yellow card. Kirsten Miller back into the lineup for the Trojans. $13:22 to go in the first half. Panner will send this one down the right side. High hop. Gets it to Johnson. Allen comes over to get it back for the Trojans. Does a good job just turning, kicking. Panther going to try to keep it on this end. That goes out. It'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Maldonado quickly gets it into Johnson. And Shelby Edson will send it forward to Johnson. Now Panther there. Panther going to send it towards the goal. One hop and right into the hands of Williams. Lane heads it back the other way. I believe that was Stover that sent that one for her. Now Shelby Edson there. Audra Disselkamp out to Shelby Edson. That goes off the Trojans. It goes out and be a throw in. We have some subs checking in. Paige Bratcher back into the lineup, for Central Hardin. Torres back in for North Hardin. Torres and Taylor Edson on the far side. And a jousting at the ball. It's going to be a throw in for the Bruins. Johnson going to throw this one in. Allen, the first one there. Allen will kick it out. That'll be another throw in. Quickly throwing it in. They get it to Bratcher. That went out. Throw in for Central. Allen comes back, gets in front of Johnson. And that'll go over the end line. And that will be a corner kick for the Bruins. Oh, they're going to say it went off. Well, they're going to say it was an offsides penalty. Free kick for the Trojans. Maylene takes this one. Now Panther with it. Panther winds it up. And Williams slips in the goal. Lucky to get a glove on it. Allen comes back. She'll kick it out from there. And another offsides call. Maylene with it. So we can get it outside for Johnson. Stays in. Now Disselkamp with it for the Bruins. To Barry. To Panther. Trying to get it to Edson on the far side. Edson going to wind up her shot. That will go over the goal. And will be a goal kick for the Trojans. Our schedule next week, we will have the next Central Hardin soccer game as they will travel to John Hardin on Monday night. Tuesday, we'll be right back here as it will be John Hardin, North Hardin boys soccer action. We'll take Wednesday off. Thursday will be volleyball action for next week. Meade County at John Hardin. And then our first football night will be next Friday night as Butler comes to take on Central Hardin. Johnson with the ball. Trying to get it to Putherensi. Be cleared out by Bratcher. And that will go out. Throw in for North. Abby Hawkins checks into the lineup. Maylene now with it. Hawkins sends it forward. Disselkamp there for Central. Now Maylene will send it forward again. Cleared out that time by Shelby Edson. Howell kind of escorts it out. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Oh, so I'll lay it back. Gent will throw this one in. That one's out off of North Hardin. Throw in for Central. Disselkamp now getting it to Lane. Lane going to send it to the outside. Howell is out there. Miller for the Trojans coming up. Stover back there as well. Cross trying to get it over to Taylor Edson. Torres gets there first for North, and she'll send it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Taylor Edson quickly getting it in to Johnson. Allen there for North Hardin. Up to Putherancy. Shelby Edson on her. Trying to get it to Jackson. Now Disselkamp with it to Panner. Poked out. Howe will chase after it. Miller and Allen back there for the Trojans. That one goes off of Allen, and it'll be a corner kick. And they have a stoppage. They've called for the coaches to come out as Allen went down. Last night in the boys' game, we had several that started to cramp up. It is another muggy night. Not quite as hot as last night. A little bit stronger breeze. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for making all of our broadcasts here on HCEC-TV. Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. We'd also like to thank NHHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and their support in providing live streaming service. Contact nhhs.com to subscribe today. Not sure if the officials sent them off, but both teams now traveling off the field and get a little water break. As Missouri Allen still down on the field. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call Michelle at 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 off Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Allen is now up, being helped off the field. Both teams coming back out onto the field to play. 7:23 to go in this first half. Again, North Hardin on top. With 33:41 to go, it was Kara Loggins putting the Trojans on the board with the first goal. And then with 26:44 to go in the first half, it was Aubrey Putherancy who put it into the back of the net off of a corner kick. And we were, speaking of corner, we're going to have a corner kick now from Central Hardin. I apologize, I cannot see which Bruin is down in the corner to take this one. That one in. Goes all the way through the box. And that one goes over the in line, and so it will be a goal kick for North Hardin. I think it was Haley Panner that took that corner. It looked like it was hooking the entire way. It's unfortunately hooked after the goal. Panner going to get one right back. Shot there that goes off the back of, I believe it's Torres that goes down. Williams comes out, takes the shot, gets back up. Edson with the ball. Oh, it's going to be a corner kick as it went off of Williams. Torres is back up. Edson takes this one, sends it towards the top of the box. North able to clear that one out, gets it out to Putheranci, who gets it to Jackson. Gent sends it back the other way. Miller now with it to Loggins. Loggins loses that one. Howell there for Central. Now Johnson back to Howell. Miller chasing after. Stover coming over too. Shot off the and in. Went off the post and in. Elizabeth Howell with the shot and score. So with 5:58 to go in the first half, the Bruins on the board. So now a 2-1 ball game. Jackson will kick it off for the Trojans. Back to Maylene. Lays it back to Torres. That one to the outside. Maldonado back. That'll be sent forward. That goes out. It'll be a throw in for Central Hardin. Ratchard to throw this one in. Into Disselkamp. Maylene now with it. Putheranci chasing after. Shelby Edson will get there first. Putheranci keeps it in. Edson retains control. She'll send it up. Johnson there for the Bruins up the far side. Cuts back in. She's going to send it down the middle, trying to get it to Panner. Panner shot goes just high. And it'll be a goal kick for the Trojans. Torres will set this one up and take it. Foul on the Bruins. Will be a free kick for North. I believe Loggins is going to take this one. Down the middle of the field. Jackson there. Stover sends it back up. North Hardin's left side. Johnson not able to save that one in. Gent to throw it in for Central to Howell. Loggins back with it. Lane provides the pressure. Loggins weaving her way. Left foot shot, and Kraft is there with another save. That one to Taylor Edson. Edson keeps it in. Disselkamp, that one goes off of Loggins. Now Edson, Taylor Edson with it. She'll send it towards the middle of the field. Panner there again. Stops. Comes back, tries to lay it back for Johnson. Johnson partially blocked by Torres. Comes out free. Here comes Williams. Shot into the side goal. And it will be a goal kick for the Trojans. Aquaria Bryant back in for North Hardin. Bratcher pops that one in the air. Maldonado there for the Trojans. Several players over there. Finally goes out. It goes off the Bruins, throwing for North. Try to get it to Putherancy. Disselkamp is there, sends it towards the middle of the field. So the foul on the Trojans, a free kick for Central. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Pander to take this one. Bruins basically all push forward. Low. Gets through. Williams comes out, slides over, gets there before McKenna Johnson can get to it. Jerica Johnson now with it for North. Logan's with it. Logan's still with it. Sets it outside for Maldonado. Maldonado cross that goes off of Bratcher. It'll be a corner kick. 1 minute to go in this first half. Maldonado sets it. This is going to be, won't even make it inbounds. So it'll go as a goal kick for the Bruins. Shelby Edson to kick this one. So Johnson right at midfield. Johnson going to send it for Howe down the right side. Stover going back for the Trojans. Howe gets there, crosses to the top of the box. About 12 seconds. McKenna Johnson back to Howe, back to Johnson, 9 seconds. Shot, and Williams there with the save. And so an exciting first half comes to a close. North Hardin up 2-1. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We'll be back after this short timeout with the second half of action.
We're joined by one of our beginning sponsors of live sport coverage with HCEC-TV, and that's Brandenburg Telecom. From the very beginning, they have been very supportive and actually encouraged our live sports broadcasting. And without their help, and that also goes to technical help, we would not be able to bring you all of the games that we do throughout the year. So we have Don McMahon, who is with Brandenburg Telecom. And Don, because we are socially distanced, we're going to remove our masks here. Good. So people can hear us a little bit better. And for those at home that do not know about Brandenburg Telecom, tell us a little bit about the history.
Well, we're actually celebrating our 70th year anniversary of being in this community. We first started out in Meade County, but we've been in Hardin County about since the 60s and 70s. So we've been here a long time. It's a family-owned and operated business. We started with phone, like the party system phone lines where you had to share lines. Mm-hmm. Started that, through the years, dial-up internet. Everybody remembers dial-up internet, so slow. And now we're in 2020 and we're offering fiber service that's thousands of times faster than anything we've ever dreamed of. So.
Now, how many employees do you employ?
We have about 130, 140 roughly, inside and outside people. We have line crews we manage, and then inside people too. So. Okay,
and how many counties do you service?
We serve Meade, Breck, and Hardin counties. A little bit of Grayson and Clarkson area, so we're in there too a little bit.
And you began in the telecommunications field in terms of cable services in the early 2000s, late 1990s, in that age. And what other services do you provide now?
In addition to phone, we also provide internet, TV, and security systems. We've been doing security systems for about 10 years now. We go through Honeywell. The internet service, like I said, we have fiber in some places. We're trying to build out all of our services to Hardin County and all the counties we serve. So we're trying to get that covered. But yeah, we're staying pretty busy.
I can't wait until you're in my neighborhood in Rineyville.
We get a lot of people asking us that all day, and we're, like I said, we have 2 or 3 crews going full time. But the weather and 2020, you can't get an estimate.
No, and I can see the fiber right there. It's really close to my area in Rineyville. Yep. So, Rineyvillians, it'll be coming to you shortly. And I do notice a lot of times you'll have signs up that say fiber available, fiber optics available.
Yeah, we try to spread signs out in the areas, and we also send postcards. And then when everything calms down, we'll go door to door when a new area comes open, and we'll hang some stuff on your door to let you know.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned a family-owned business, so that really extends to your customers as well.
Yeah, we really stress taking care of our customers because we live and work in the community that our customers do. So we know a lot of times you can call us, and we know exactly the road you live on, almost a lot of times the house you're at. So we see you in the grocery store, out and about, so we want to take care of our customers and make sure they're satisfied with their service.
One of the unique features of your buildings in Brandenburg and in Elizabethtown is it's got this really neat rooftop with a mosaic type of opening. Where did that come from? Where did that idea come from?
Yeah, our Brandenburg office has the big towering, it's big spire, it's really large, and also has lights in it, so we kind of find some themes, sometimes UK games, U of L games, Christmas time, Halloween, we'll adjust the lights to that. And when you go through Brandenburg at night, you can really see it. We also have our E-Town office that mimics it. It's not very big as Brandenburg, but it's still the same design. So there's no lights in it, but we like our building. So.
I was going to say, it's beautiful. How can people get in touch with Brandenburg Telecom for services?
We have offices, like I said, in Brandenburg, Radcliffe, E-Town, Hardinsburg. You can call any of those numbers. We have a direct line to each office. There's a lot of numbers. The E-Town office is 982-4466. And like I said, anytime you call us for anything, you're going to get a live person on the phone. We're going to take care of your needs any time of the day.
Well, and I know that many of the businesses, you all also provide a lot of service to the Hardin County schools, and also to a number of, well, like I said, you're in a number of businesses. Do you facilitate more business coverage now, or more individual coverage, or is it just a broad mix of both?
It's a broad mix. What we've really been busy on lately with businesses is our business phone systems. We install phone systems, voice over IP systems, and we have traditional systems, and that's been picking up lately. Along with our residential customers, everybody's working from home and school, so everybody's realizing how much internet service they actually need, the broadband service to the home. So they're upgrading their internet faster speeds, and they're getting Wi-Fi wireless router service with us. So that all combined helps a better experience overall when you're trying to work or do schoolwork.
Well, and I know with the security systems, because my son helps install security systems and things. Blake's at Brandenburg Telecom. That right there is a growing business.
It is. Like. A lot of people like the cameras, the camera system we have. It alerts you on your phone. You can view it live anywhere you're at. If you're at work or if you got kids coming home from school, it alerts you when there's motion, and you can see it. It's really handy. Just peace of mind.
I was going to say, definitely peace of mind for both individuals and businesses.
Yeah, definitely, yes.
I see on your shirt there it says, "Go big, go gig." What's for those that may not know?
Yep.
You know, what does that mean in terms of speed?
We usually rate the speed as in megs. So like there's a 10 meg, 25 meg, 50 meg. Well, 1 gig is actually 1,000 megs. So if you have 100 meg at home and you go to a gig, that's 10 times the speed that you have already. So we're really pushing that, with today's technology evolving with devices and high definition and 4K and streaming. The households are going to have to at least need a gig service to run everything smoothly, so you don't get buffering or get knocked off. So it keeps your household running smooth, along with your business too.
Exactly. And with COVID-19, we have what's called online instruction.
Yes.
Going on in the school district in Hardin County. Elizabethtown had started with non-traditional instruction. I believe Meade County also did. So,
Yep.
So having that extra service really enhances your ability.
It is. With the video conferencing, you need a steady stream, and so it won't freeze up on you and you miss part of the class or your meeting. So it's important.
So it's definitely become something that's very important to families nowadays.
Yep.
I had mentioned from the very beginning, Brandenburg Telecom really inspired us to go with live sports. Prior to that, we just taped everything and put it in post-production. But when Randall Bradley approached my office probably around 2003 or 2004, it was a little bit like, well, we didn't know we could do that. But yeah, let's think about doing live sports. And from the very beginning, your fiber engineers have gone in and made everything happen, and that's been amazing to us. So that's one thing that individuals at home may not realize. You have your own service techs. You don't have to contract out or anything like that.
Yeah, if like in the business phones, if we put a phone system in, that same person's going to work on that every time. So you don't have people not knowing where stuff is. We'll know exactly. We'll know you personally and your business how it's wired. So it's a quick fix if anything goes wrong. Now,
why do you all feel like it's important to sponsor the sports?
I think it's important to invest in the student athletes and also the community. We live and work in the community, so hopefully that comes around, and when they graduate, they'll come back and work for us. And we do a lot of the co-op programming, so that helps us all around.
We have a number of students at EC3 that are involved with Brandenburg Telecom in those co-ops and internships or apprenticeships, and that's been extremely valuable.
Yeah, we have a lot of people on the technical side. They do a great job. They're young, they're smart, they know how to do things that us older people have no clue about. So we're very glad to have them.
Definitely. And with live sports, it's you put the local action into individuals' homes. Of course, now we're doing streaming, and so people can watch it on a stream and such. With Brandenburg Telecom, I'm assuming you offer a number of packages for either cable or stream services as well.
We do. We have our own TV network, so we own it, we manage it. And it's all your regular channels, your ESPNs, TBS, and all that. We have all the sports packages. We have 3-tier packages you can choose from. Of course, with the HD service, we provide that too. Something not new, but maybe not a lot of people know about is if you get our TV service, it comes with a free streaming service. So you can watch ESPN on your phone or anything, movies on your phone. HBO is popular on people's streaming device, so we can do that too. So.
Well, and again, the nice thing about it is if you have a technical issue, your people are there to help us.
Yep, we can set you up, and walk you through anything you need. So we're always here to help.
Awesome. Again, for individuals, do you have a main number that they can reach, and what is your website?
Website is www.bbtel.com. That'll get you to Brandenburg Telephone and Telecom. Phone numbers for Brandenburg is 422-2121, and our E-Town office is 982-4466.
Again, thank you for coming in, Don, and thank you all with Brandenburg Telecom supporting what we do. Without you, it wouldn't happen.
Glad to do it. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
And it was Aubrey Putharancy who scored the second. And Central Hardin, Miss Elizabeth Howell, scored with a little less than 6 minutes to go in the half to bring us to our current score of 2-1. Girls have switched ends. Mayling now with the ball. Try to cross it there. That was Gent that got that one back for the Bruins. Now Taylor Edson with it. She'll send it forward. Stover go back for North Hardin. Panner there for Central Hardin. That'll go off of Panner and be a throw in for North. Miller back to Stover, but Johnson there to get it back. And now Loggins kicks it out. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Taylor Edson to throw this one in. That one crossed there. Gets past Jerica Johnson. Howell and Johnson racing after it. That one goes off of Central. North throw in, trying to get it to Maldonado. Shelby Edson back there. Right at midfield. Now Shelby Edson with it again. To the outside. Disselkamp sends this one forward. Taylor Edson there. Mackenzie Williams comes out. She kicks it away. Grace Lane does a good job keeping it back on this end. Central on the offensive end. Panner now with it. To Disselkamp. Back to Panner. They're trying to find some space to get a shot off for Trojans around her. Now Loggins comes out with it. She'll lay it up there for Maldonado. That one pressures Maldonado yet. She's going to send it down the middle of the field. Gent back there sends it out. Howell on the far side keeps it in, gets it to McKenna Johnson. Panner now will chip it into the box. Edson, who had been running down, had stopped after the ball actually went off of Izzy Torres. Williams will punt it away. Maldonado with it at midfield. She'll let it roll out. Throw in for the Trojans. Into Mayleen. Back to Maldonado. Maldonado trying to get it to Bryan in the middle of the field. Taylor Edson comes back to get it. Goes off Loggins. Mayleen now with it. And Loggins will get to this one. Shelby Edson in front of her. Knocks her off the ball. I believe that was Bratcher that sent that one out. And that one's sent forward. And Williams again coming out of the box. She'll send that one out. And it will be a throw in for the Bruins. Howell to throw this one in. Into Johnson, back out to Howell. Howell's going to chip it into the box. Edson there gets a foot on it. And Williams comes out and gets hands on it. Gets that one out near midfield off of Bryant. Now Maldonado with it, gives it back to Mayleen, who'll send it right back up. Coming up is Bratcher to get possession back for the Bruins. Lane now with it. Outside to Taylor Edson. Edson going to send it back to the middle to Morgan Covey. Covey across to Bratcher. 35-18 to go in the second half. Jerica Johnson now with it for North. But gives it right back. Audra Disselkamp now with it. Disselkamp misstep. We keep it down here. Kidda Johnson outside for Howell. Howell going to wind up. She lays it off for Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Lane. Lane takes a shot, and that will go wide left and be a goal kick for the Trojans. Jerica Johnson kicks that one. Now Maldonado with it. Trying to get it to Jackson. Jackson trying to get to Bryant. Bryant slides right past it. Gent for Central Hardin and Bryant for North Hardin. I don't agree with that one. Both of them got there at the same time. One of them went down. Mayling to take the free kick. And now a stoppage by the official. Yes. I believe Coach Maddock making a point with the official, and the official heard it. I believe he told Coach Maddock, "I've heard enough." Covey will kick that one out. It'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Jackson to throw this one in. We have a substitution in for North Hardin. Isabella Carter into the lineup. Now to be Jackson to throw it in. Gets it into Mayling. Panner comes over and knocks that one out. Now Mayling to do the throw in. Gets it past Maldonado. It goes off of Covey. Maldonado back with it. Maldonado goes towards the middle. Cleared out there. I believe it was Shelby Edson who got that one out of the way. Panner with it. Kicks it high in the air. Torres now will send it back the other direction. Jerica Johnson for the Trojans back with it. Trying to get it back to Loggins. Loggins to Maldonado. Taylor Edson will get to this one first. That's going to go off of Miller and out. Throw in for the Bruins. Jimp to take this one. We're going to have a foul on the Bruins. It'll be another free kick for the Trojans. Not sure what that one was. Mayling to take this one. Trying to get it to Loggins. Jump back there for the Bruins. Now it goes out. It'll be a throw in for North. Maldonado to throw this one in. Into Mayling. That'll go out off the Bruins as well. Another throw in. I believe this will be Mayling to throw this one in. Gent heads it. Lane, yeah, it was Lane kicked it out. Throw in again for the Trojans. Into Jackson. She's swarmed by Central Hardin players. Now Mayling with it. Sends it into the box. Kraft will come out. That one scooped up pretty quickly. That one's sent forward, and they're going to get Johnson offsides. Wasn't by much. Mayling will take this free kick. Disselkamp will send it outside, trying to get to Howell. Ken Johnson sends it forward, but Stover there was a foul, just a delayed call on the foul. It'll be a free kick for Central Hardin. Panner to take this one. Just on their offensive side of midfield. 30 minutes to go in the ball game. That one low. Gets it to Johnson right at the top of the box. Stover tries to kick it out. Carter's out there, but Howe there for the Bruins. Howe retains possession, tries to lay it back. to Panner. Jerica Johnson kicked it away. Now Grace Lane will send it back out to the outside. Shelby Edson will send it up the right side. Still in bounds. Lane now with it for Central. To Gent. Now they get it to Panner at midfield. Maylene applied the pressure that time. Now Howe with the ball on the far side. She's going to try to center it. Stover got in the way of that one, but Howe rushes back up, tips it. Now it's centered to Taylor Edson, trying to get it on her left foot. Turn, shot. And Williams with the foot save. She chases after it. It'll be Torres who will clear it and out of bounds. Throw in for Central Hardin. Taylor Edson to throw this one in. Quickly gets it into Johnson. Maldonado there. It'll be a throw in for Central. Edson again with the ball. Johnson back. That's going to be crossed. Howe rushing in. Williams comes out. Carter there for North Hardin. Tries to get it forward. Disselkamp gets it back, and several players go down. And Isabella Carter issued a yellow card. And it'll be a free kick from just outside the 18-yard box. Abby Mahone checks in for North Hardin. Haley Panner to take this one. 28-19 to go in the ball game. Oh, skips, and Williams with the save. Panner back with the ball, right back into the offensive end of the field. Mahone got a foot in, or sorry, Stover got a foot in on that one. Now Maldonado with it. Lane comes over for Central. That one's sent forward. Jackson going to get down there to it. Shelby Edson with her. And that'll go over the end line and be a goal kick for the Bruins. Kraft will take this one. Jerica Johnson over there for North. Now Maylene will have it. Misplays that one. Back out to Johnson, back to Maylene. Trying to get it to Loggins. Ball comes back out. Bratcher out there, and Jerica Johnson back with the ball for the Trojans. Bratcher kicks that one free. Howe it's going to be a throw in for the Bruins. Bratcher to throw this one in. Into Disselkamp. That'll go out. Throw in for North Hardin. Mahone to throw this one in. Covey now with the ball for the Bruins. Now Disselkamp with it to Taylor Edson. Edson will chip it down. Stover kicks it away. Panner giving chase. That'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Panner's down there in the corner. Gets it into Taylor Edson. Edson going to cross it from there to the box. Howell is there. The ball gets away, and that'll go over the end line and be a goal kick for the Trojans. Maddie Barry back into the lineup for the Bruins. Miller with it. Edson there for the Bruins. Back to Torres. Torres will send it up the field. Loggins now gets it just over midfield. Lane behind her, Covey in front of her. Gets it up to Putharanci. Taken down, and Kraft comes out and dives on the ball. Now a foul on the Trojans. Now Coach Smith getting a warning from the official. Mahone off of her foot, but Williams will be right there to scoop it up. 24:15 to go in the ball game. Our score 2-1, North Hardin on top. All scoring took place in the first half of play. Kira Loggins started it off. And then Aubrey Putharanci scored and gave the Trojans a 2-0 lead. With a little less than 6 minutes to go, Elizabeth Howe scored for the Bruins to get us to our 2-1 score. Torres is there, McKenna Johnson on her back. And it'll go out and be a throw in for Central Hardin. And Torres is down. I believe she caught a cramp after kicking the ball. She's grabbing the back of both calves. The problem with cramps is they usually do not stop without rest. You can get them to go away for just a little bit, but then they immediately will come back. And it is a very, very humid night. Yeah, it's a little less humid than last night, a little bit more of a breeze. Dora's struggling to get up. Get a reminder, both of these teams, their next ball game for North Hardin, it will be Saturday as they will host the Bardstown Tigers. And for Central Hardin, their next ball game will be on Monday. We will have that game for you here on HCEC-TV as they will travel to take on the John Hardin Bulldogs. Also next week, we will have boys action on Tuesday night, as it will be John Hardin coming here to North Hardin to take in boys soccer. And then Thursday night, we will have volleyball, as Meade County will travel to John Hardin to take on the Bulldogs in volleyball action. And then next Friday night, our first football game of the season, it will be the Butler Bears coming to take on the Central Hardin Bruins. Coach Paul Gray will bring you the coverage on that. So it'll be a throw-in once they get Izzy Torres off the field. I really think she got a cramp in both legs when she went down. Carter back into the lineup for the Trojans. 23:32 to go in the ball game. So foul on the Bruins, free kick for the Trojans. Mayling to take this one. We'll sit down the right side. Covey there. That goes off the Bruins and out. It'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Logan's going to throw it in, trying to get it to Maylene in the middle of the field. Thistlecamp in front of her. That one goes off of Bratcher. Now the Bruins with it. Thistlecamp trying to get to Barry on the outside. Now it'll be sent forward. Panner with the ball. Now it's McKenna Johnson with it. Her and Jerica Johnson, and that'll be a foul on Johnson. It'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Panner will take this one. Panner, one bounce. And Williams not able to get to it. It's in. Goal for McKenna Johnson. And ties it up with 21:52 to go in the ball game. Ball took a big hop. Williams unable to get to it. And McKenna Johnson ties us up. Jerica Johnson now with it. Back to Miller, back to Johnson. Lane gets just a knee on that one. That'll be kicked out. Throw in for North. Loggins to throw this one in. Sends it in for Maldonado. Maldonado dribbles towards the middle. Now sends it to the outside to Putharancy. And Shelby Edson comes back. She kicks it. Looks like it's going to go out. It'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Putharancy going to throw this one in, or acts like she is, as Mayling comes rushing up. We have substitutions coming in. Izzy Torres back into the lineup for the Trojans. As the ball goes down into the corner, Johnson will throw it in for North. Now Mayling with it, shot blocked off of Disselkamp, cleared out by the Bruins. Torres tries to keep it on this end, falls onto Maldonado's foot. Covey going to clear it out now. Outside to Howell. Howell will chip it forward. McKenna Johnson comes up to get it. Tries to cut to the middle, gets past one defender. Mayling comes back. There'll be a foul on Johnson. And a free kick for North. Mayling. So the ball never stopped. Mayling with it. Send it to the outside for Putharancy. Bratcher there for the Bruins. Down into the corner. We've reached the midway point of this second half, and that one goes into the side net. It'll be a goal kick for Central Hardin. So Kraft will set this one down. Actually, it's going to be Shelby Edson to take this one. Jerica Johnson got a foot on it, heads towards, it'll go out off the Bruins. Another throw in for North. Johnson quickly going to throw it in, tried to get it to Jackson, cleared out by the Bruins. Now Maylene will send it to the far side. Trying to get it to Maldonado, gets past her. Gent sends it out, trying to get it to Howe. Maylene will send it back towards the middle. Jackson there for North Hardin. Covey there for Central Hardin. Lyle Loggins with it. Covey does a good job getting very close to Loggins, able to take it on one of her dribbles. Mahone now with it. Mahone will take a shot, one hop, and into Kraft's hands. Jerica Johnson plays it back. That goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. And to Disselkamp. Berry now with the ball on the right side. Try to cross. It goes off of a Trojan, and Williams comes out and will pick it up. And that one not a good punt away. Maldonado gets to it. We'll play it back to Torres. Covey played that one. Howland able to maintain it. Miller to throw this one in. Into Maylene. Sorry, Hannah Robbins. I didn't see her check in at one of our last stoppages for Central Hardin. Loggins races up. Covey does a good job. Gets to the ball first. Able to keep that one in. It goes off Howell out. Throw in for North. Maldonado to throw this one in. We got subs coming in on both sides. Haley Panner back in along with Taylor Edson. Abby Hawkins in for North Hardin. I didn't see the other North Hardin sub. Maylene and Edson going after the ball, 4-on-4. Now Loggins with it. Loggins trying to find some space. Gent got there. That'll go out. We have a player down. I believe that's another cramp as well. That is Grace Lane that is down. 15:59 to go here in the ball game. 2-2 our score. Kara Loggins scored just a little over 6 minutes into the ball game to give the Trojans a 1-0 lead. And then about 7 minutes later, it was Aubrey Putherancy off a corner kick with a header, giving the Trojans a 2-0 lead. And just less than 6 minutes to go in the first half, Elizabeth Howe got the Bruins on the board. And then in this half, about 5.5 minutes ago, 21:52 to go, it was McKenna Johnson with the goal to tie it up. Hardin Memorial Health, or Baptist Hardin Health Team, athletic trainers out there. Looks like they're treating a cramp. And it's very hard for the players. Yes, you do practice in the heat. Yes, you tell the players to hydrate the entire time, the entire week. I've had rules where you don't pass a water fountain without taking a drink. Obviously now most of the water fountains are closed, but you are never able to expend the same energy in practice that you will in a game. And it's very hard for a lot of the players to do that early in the season. Again, it's been hot. We've had days where we had to cancel practices. And then it hasn't gotten really humid until this past week. And so again, last night we saw it with several players on both teams. Tonight, several players on both teams as well. Miss Lane is walking off the field on her own power. When we come back, it'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. I did not see who came into the game for the Bruins. She usually plays midfield. Miller to throw it in for North. Covey going to be there. Covey will clear it out. It'll go out. Another throw in for North. Miller again with this one. She's going to throw this one, trying to get it to Maldonado. I believe it was Panner or Disselkamp came over and headed that one out. Maldonado back on her foot. It's going to go near the middle of the field. Taylor Edson now with it for Central. She'll send it to the outside. Berry taking after it. Mahone over there for North. Berry beyond, driving it towards the end line. Cross, just misses it. It is Central. Chasing after it is Satterfield. All kicked up the field. Panner now with it for the Bruins again. She's going to send it right back in the box. No one really making a run that time. Williams just slides over and picks it up. And a foul on the Bruins. Kick for the... Oh, now he changes it. Okay. Foul on North. Free kick for the Bruins. Panner will slide over and take this one. Malin gets in front of that one. Trying to get it to Loggins. Loggins has to slow down and wait for it. Now she's got it. Panner does a good job getting back, poking it free. Malin to the outside. Now going to give it back to Loggins. Howell in front of her. That one's poked out. And that went off the Trojan. It was actually, as it was kicked, it went off of a Trojan. Throw in for Central. That'll be a foul on Central. Now there'll be a free kick for North. Malin a little slow getting up on that one. She'll go back to take this free kick. It's into the box. Satterfield was able to help get that one out. Miller will track it down. Edson comes out, and Taylor Edson gets the ball back for Central. She'll send it up the field. Hannah Robbins racing down. Torres gets to it first for North. She'll kick it out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Edson is going to throw it in. There's going to be subs on both sides. McKenna Johnson and Audra Disselkamp back into the lineup for Central. Carter and Johnson back in for North Hardin. 12:33 to go. All tied at 2 apiece. Haley Panner with the ball for the Bruins. Just send it out. One hop, and Williams stops it. Headed high in the air. Satterfield there. Now McKenna Johnson with it. Stops. She's going to cross there. Just over there. Bounces off Satterfield, and quick reactions by Williams. It's the save. She's going to try to get it out, and actually, there now. Sent in. Williams knocks it down and does a good job not picking it up because it had been passed to her. Now Maldonado with the ball. Panner back with it for Central. Edson taps it forward. Johnson with it, trying to get it to Berry. Williams will come out. This time she'll pick it up. Jerica Johnson chases after it for North. Still going with it. Bratcher down there for Central. Actually, Shelby Edson now. That goes over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Trojans. Hannah Mailing heads off into the corner to take this one. Again, running what looks like gingerly. Subs coming in, both sides. Howell back in, along with, I believe it's Lane, and then Loggins back in for North. So we're going to go towards the 6, headed out by Covey. That'll be a throw-in for North as we hit the 10-minute mark. Last night we had an overtime ball game between these two schools in boys action. North Hardin coming out with a 1-0 victory. That one crossed. Putharancy there, but it's Gent there for the Bruins that kicks it out. It'll be a throw-in for North. Putharancy will take this one. Down to Maldonado in the corner. Gent down there, and it goes off of the Trojans, so it will be a free kick for Central Hardin. Abby Mahone back into the lineup for the Trojans. Kenna Johnson with it. Outside to Howe. Now Panner with it. And they're going to skip it forward. Stover comes out, and there's Williams sliding and gets the ball. And that'll be a foul. Putharancy went down hard, and that'll be a yellow card on Morgan Covey. So she'll step out. Again, a reminder, our schedule next week, Monday, we will have this same Central Hardin girls team. So they will travel to John Hardin to take on the Bulldogs. Tuesday night, we'll be right back here at North Hardin High School as the John Hardin Bulldogs will come to take on the Trojans in boys soccer. Next Thursday night, we will have volleyball. Meade County will travel to the Dog Pound to take on the Bulldogs. And next Friday night, we'll have our first football game here on HCEC-TV of the season as the Butler Bears come to take on the Central Hardin Bruins. Coach Paul Gray will be on that call. For these two teams here, for Central Hardin, they will play next on Monday, that game that we will have with John Hardin. And for this Trojan team, their next game will be here as they will host the Bardstown Tigers. I will say the referee, I think he made the right call on this one. He ran over because an assistant coach came out on the field. The assistant coach is the father of the young lady that's down. And I think his concern more was for his daughter. And I think the official understood that. And now Putharancy is up and she will walk off the field. So 8:36 to go. It will be a free kick for North Hardin. Mailing sets up this one. Central has 9 players back in the box, plus Kraft in the between the pipes. Ball on the far side just being knocked around. They cleared by the Bruins. Howell sends that one up. Maylene with it now. She'll send it into the box on the far side. Coming up is Maldonado. Maldonado shot, going to go wide right. Kraft did a good job coming out, really blocking off the right half of the goal. And in doing so, kind of forcing that to go wide right. Morgan Covey back into the lineup for the Bruins. If you get a yellow card, you have to immediately go out, but then you can immediately come right back in after a second has come off the clock. Shelby Edson taking this goal kick. Logan's trying to find some space, lays it back a little lazily, and that was taken away by the Bruins. Now to be sent forward. Stover's back there. And now it's Carter that gets there for North. That goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. And that'll go off of the Bruins. It'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. Apologize, right in that spot where the ball's at, I'm blocked out by a light pole. Throw-in again for North. Maylene now with it. Gets it, it lands at Jerica Johnson's feet. Gent there for the Bruins. That one goes out off of the Bruins. Throw in. Johnson quickly throwing this one into Maldonado. Maldonado plays it back to Johnson. Johnson will cross. But Grace Lane there to kick it out. Goes back to Maldonado. It goes off of a Bruin. Mahone sends it back down. Grace Lane again there. She sends that one forward. And Torres will just kick it out. And it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Gent will take this one. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Panner now with it for the Bruins. Trying to squeeze it through. Carter gets that one. But Carter kicks it out right to Taylor Edson. Now back to Panner. And she's got Johnson. Johnson's about 4 yards off sides. Howell on the far side. Trying to cross. Carter comes over to get to it. That goes off of the Trojans and another throw-in. Howell with this one. Lays that one back. Ball centered. Kenna Johnson gets to it, turns, fires, and a save by Williams. That will be a foul on North. Free kick. Panner will set this one up. That one's going to be sitting in one hop. Williams gets to it and she'll scoop it up. If that one's hit towards the left side, Central had a run coming. Lane keeps it on this end. Mahone unable to do it. Taylor Edson with the shot. Saved by Williams. Covey gets there. Panner and Loggins go after it. Loggins with the ball. They'll chip it forward. Shelby Edson able to get over there. Maldonado will keep it on that end. Get it on her right foot. Tries to cause that one to go over the end line and will be another goal kick. 3:50 to go in the ball game. All tied at 2 apiece. Aubrey Putharancy back into the lineup for the Trojans. On the far side, now Howell with it. Plays it back to Panner. He's going to play it back to Howell down the right side. A little too far on that one. Throw in for North. Miller back into the lineup for the Trojans. Mailing to throw this one in. That one lands. McKenna Johnson there for the Bruins. To the outside. Barry with it now. Barry's going to cross. Williams comes up and gets right in front of Edson, who was coming in to knock it in the goal. Williams punts it to the outside. Johnson out there for the Trojans. Grace Lane there on the defense. Guess the foul was on Central. I didn't see which way he pointed. Mailing to take this one. Trying to get it down to Putheranci. She'll give it off to Johnson. Gent in chase. Cross there. Good job. There by Shelby Edson, headed that one away. Maldonado on the far side with it. Back to Maylene. Maylene going to take a shot. Headed up in the air by Gent. Now Putheranci gets it on her foot. She turns shoot off a body. Maylene there with a shot. Cleared out by Edson. Loggins over the goal. And it will be a goal kick with 1:35 and counting to go in the ball game. Edson going to send it up the right side to Barry. Barry with possession. 1:13 to go. Crosses. McKenna Johnson with it. Trying to lay it back. Disselkamp gets there. Keeps possession for the Bruins. Now Barry will track it down. Carter comes out to play defense. Maldonado now with it for the Trojans. To the middle for Johnson. Trying to get it to Putheranci, but it was, I believe, Disselkamp there to get it back. Now Taylor Edson with it, back to Gent. Gent to the middle, but Maylene there for North. She's going to send it to the outside, trying to get it to Maldonado. Carter to Maldonado, 30 seconds to go. This one's going to be sitting to the box. Crafts comes up. It's that one. Punts that one out. Johnson at midfield. And now it's Taylor Edson and Miller come in. Here comes Williams, and she will just kick it out of bounds. Good job before Edson could get there. 7 seconds to go. Panner going to throw this one in. McKenna Johnson lays, I think she was going to lay it back at Panner with one last shot, and that will bring regulation to a close as we do start to feel some raindrops. We will go to overtime, which is a 5-minute period. If no one scores there, we will go to a second overtime period, a 5-minute. If no one scores there, we go to a shootout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call Michelle at 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. They are located on 31W in Elizabethtown, just south of exit 91 off Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at bugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always search our past broadcast on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all of your local community sports and events. We'd also like to thank NHHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NHHS.com to subscribe today. Reminder our schedule. We'll be off until next Monday when we will have these Lady Bruins as they will travel to John Hardin to take on the Bulldogs on Monday evening. On Tuesday night, we'll be right back here at North Hardin High School as the Trojans will host the John Hardin Bulldogs in boys soccer. We will take Wednesday off, and Thursday will be at John Hardin for volleyball action as the Bulldogs will host the Meade County Green Wave. And then next Friday will be our first football Friday night as the Butler Bears come to take on the Central Hardin Bruins, and Coach Paul Gray will call that game. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of the overtime period. Again, it will be played just like regulation. It is a golden goal rule, meaning once a goal is scored, the ball game is over. There'll be 5 minutes and then another 5-minute overtime period. And if no one is scored at the end of both of those, we will head to a 5-person shootout. So 2 nights in a row, we've gotten some free soccer here between Central Hardin and North Hardin. Central Hardin again back in action next Monday, that game against John Hardin, while the Trojans, their next game will be this Saturday right here at home as they will host Bardstown. Teams making it back out onto the field of play. Last night they stayed on the same ends, now they'll switch ends. It will be Central Hardin's ball to start this first overtime period. Back to action. Panther going to send it way down the field. The breeze has picked up. It is at the back of the Bruins. As the camera goes down, you might be able to see the flag on that end. That one will be sent into the box. Williams will come up. She'll scoop it up. She usually punts the ball pretty high, which in this wind will knock it down pretty quickly. Edson going to keep it on that end. Torres unable to get to that one. Howell with it. Finds Johnson on the right side. Johnson going to wind it up. Shot. Goes wide left. And it'll be a goal kick for the Trojans. Torres will just knock this one out. Gets it to Miller, right back to Torres. Torres tried to clear. Williams has to come out, slides down. Ball is free. Maylene will turn and kick it out. Jerica Johnson now with it as Grace Lane gets there for the Bruins. Tries to chip it forward. Loggins with it, sends it toward the middle of the field. Putharanti is there. And Disselkamp will clear it from that spot. Carter there, tries to get it back. Lane will send it back the other way. Howell with possession for the Bruins. Carter going to kick that one out of bounds. Down into the corner. With it is Panner. Almost has the open goal, unable to get it on her foot. Shot there. That goes off of a Trojan. Oh, and it's a handball. I believe that the handball was going to be on Izzy Torres as the ball was hit. Handball in the box will be a penalty kick. The ball was coming at her face. She put her hands up. It did go off her hand. It is the right call. Actually, the handball had an outside of the box. I apologize. It's just outside the 18-yard box. I haven't stopped the clock yet. Officials asking him to stop it. Panner to take this one. Fired low left. Williams with the save. The knock in. I believe it's Howell that gets it in. And it is over. Central Hardin wins 3-2. I apologize. I'm not sure exactly which one it is. I thought it was Elizabeth Howell that knocks that one in. For Central, they will improve to 2-1-1, 2-0 in 17th district play, while the Trojans will fall to 1-1 and 0-1 in 17th district play. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. To schedule your appointment today, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run business pest control company that has been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabog.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple, online at westpointbank.com. Again, our final here, 3-2 in overtime. Central Hardin on top. Our next ball game, again, will be on Monday night, as we will have these same Central Hardin Bruins as they will travel to John Hardin to take on the Bulldogs on Monday. For all of our student workers that make these broadcasts possible, for Miss Gina Ryan, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.